Hello? Can you guys hear me? Yo, yo. Did my part. What's going on? What's up, Levi? Audio input. Yep. Okay, cool. I don't have my actual mic with me, so I'm just using my laptop mic. So I'm already way over space. But what's up, Levi? What's up, Ron? What's up, Oscar? What's up, Third? What's up, Patrick D? Jack Sultan, Ron Wilson. I'm in the Calgary airport. I have a flight out to Salt Lake tomorrow morning, so. Bro, sounds like a laptop. Yeah, it's probably pretty rough. But we got the visuals, just not the audio. When I'm filming at the GoPro 13, do I always use an ND filter? 32. Not at all. You can only use a 32 if it's like complete bluebird day. That's the only time you can really use an ND 32. That's super, super dark. I mean, I didn't use a single ND filter for the past 5 days filming, so I'll only use an ND if it's if I really want motion blur. Sometimes more often they're more a hassle than not. If you have any sort of changing light condition, you can't really you can't change any of the settings, so yeah, it's a super nice hotel. It's the Marriott at Calgary. CMH gave me a room for both. When we got in late, so they gave us a hotel room, and then yeah, they put me up here again. This is kind of like the CMH partnered hotel, so it's super nice. Probably the nicest hotel I'll ever stay at. So, and it's like 30 seconds from the gates. Temperature in Calgary? It's a good question. It was pretty cold actually, and there was a ton of snow on our drive up here. 7 degrees, low of 0. So it's honestly pretty cold up here. What's up, Bon? What's up, Chris Noddy? Eric, what's up, man? Thanks for the 5 gifter. Marty Hall, this Justin, Alabama. Nathaniel Williams, Vertex. What up, Eric? The 5 gifter. Joe is actually going back to New York, so he hopped on a flight to Toronto, and then he's staying the night in Toronto, and then he's going to Syracuse tomorrow morning. So he was. Work, busy, can't talk. Merry Christmas. To see you, Eric. Have fun at work, man. The skiing was great, man. I mean, we had it never stopped snowing. It never stopped snowing. So it was pretty crazy to fly helicopter in like blizzard conditions and whiteouts. So the skiing was great, but because the visibility was so low, we couldn't ever get over the ridge. One of the cool thing about the Bugaboos is that it has a lot of skiing like right in the home basin area. So we were able to get out and ski every day, which was great, but a lot of the stuff was pretty low angle. We ended up skiing the same zones over the 5 days, but at least we were able to get out, and there was still like tons of snow. So it wasn't like we explored a ton of terrain because the storm kept us like socked in. But yeah, the skiing was, I mean, it was by far the best trip I've ever been on. I'll say that. So yeah, just like every run was just untracked POW, super light, dry, blower snow. Um, we just didn't get like, their tenure is huge. They have so much terrain, but because of the storm, we couldn't. You have to be careful because, for instance, one day we did go over the ridge to another zone, and within like 20 minutes, we saw fog down in the valley. The fog moved in so quickly. We were almost, I don't really want to say almost, but we were in danger of not being able to get back home. And I was like, what do we do if we get caught out here? We'd have to ski down to like a fuel cache. There's uh, tents and food and stuff. So we'd have to like literally camp out overnight. So even though you might think you can get out there, you have to be aware of, can you get back, and can you get all the groups back? It's not just you out there. So all that to say, the skiing was great. It just, yeah, it's not like you're like ski movie type terrain, if that makes sense. Patrick D with the 999er. I appreciate it, man. Merry Xmas. Waiting for the goggles to be delivered. Supposed to be delivered days ago, but still not. And I was hoping to have them before going up the mountain. Did they say why they're not delivered yet, Shane? Is it just holiday shipping and stuff like that? The Stoke Squad goggles, they don't come with with any lens. So you start off with the frame and then you just add the lenses that you want. So bring some of that snow back to Utah. Stuck skiing PA. I used my White Walker 116s for the first hat. Like, we went up for 4,000 feet of vertical, basically. So I used those, and then the next day we woke up with like 15 centimeters of snow, and I just used my 121s every day since after that. So I basically used my White Walker 121s the whole time. So, yeah, it was such a sick ski for that sort of snow and terrain. I mean, that's like what that ski is made for. So, Shane, can you send me your order number? Thanks for the beanie. Hell yeah, Oscar. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You can't get up in the high alpine in storms, right? I mean, the visibility, it's just all white. So the cool part about BC is that there are so many trees that you can, their helicopter pilots are able to still navigate you into areas. So it's just a give and take. I mean, for early season skiing, it was incredible, but I think you guys will see on the videos that it's not no like crazy skiing. We got into some fun trees and stuff, but yeah, it was a guest trip, so yeah. I was hopeful I could get a video out tomorrow, but I have so much footage because I have a camera on Joe, and I'm basically breaking the videos up into two. So there's like going to be two big videos of the 5 days. So yeah, if depending on when I get off the stream, maybe I could just stay up all night and upload it. But I'm still a little ways away, and I want to make the video quality. Like, yeah, I want to have it be well done. So if not tomorrow, the first one will definitely be out Friday. But I'm still hanging on to maybe getting one out tomorrow. But I just have so much footage, and then the program crashes, and it's like so. And I have an early flight. My flight's at like before 6 a.m. tomorrow. You can just send me like an Instagram DM with it. I'll just text Chuck and just ask him what's going on with the order. Chuck, he will give me an update at the end of each month, so he'll send me a sales recap, but I honestly haven't heard anything of since the launch of the goggles how it's been going, so but he'll send me kind of an update at the end of the month, I guess. How much did it snow when it snowed the most? It's kind of hard to say because it never stopped snowing. Like there was times where it would be dumping snow, and then periods where it was just kind of like lightly snowing, you know. So I don't know. I mean, it just was every day. There was just like a refresh. The 121 was great, Bon. That is by far my most favorite ski I've ever used. The 128 is when you have the right conditions for it. It's just a dream to use. So I just wish they made that a little bit longer. So the 116s were fun. I mean, I definitely noticed the difference with the longer ski. So the first few runs was a little bit like, whoa, this is a lot of ski, but yeah, the 121 was definitely the right move. I almost didn't bring that ski, but I'm glad I did because yeah, just so soft on track. You know, that's where that ski is just so good. Yeah, Calgary. I'm spending the night here in Calgary and then heading out in the morning. So we drove up from basically from the Golden area today, and the road was closed because it was just nuking snow. I mean, hell, it would have been a sick day to ski Kicking Horse. Golden was just getting hammered with snow. So yeah, 5 days of free refills. It wasn't even, and I think you guys will, maybe see it in the videos, but it wasn't even the skiing, in my opinion, that was the best part. It was the experience of the lodge. I mean, I've never done that. Like, you get flown back into the middle of nowhere, and you're at a lodge. Our group wasn't full, but we probably had like 20 people, 25 people, and then all the staff members. And so you're just there for 5 days. So you eat, you eat every meal together, like family style. You're all just sitting at tables together. You wake up in the morning, you go get coffee, you go up and get coffee, you go in the hot tub. Like, the whole lodge experience was what was so cool. That, to me, that was the best part, was just you walk out of your door in the morning to like the helicopter sitting right there, and then you ski all day, then you come back, and then you go have après ski with appetizers and the bar. It's like everything is just set up for you. Like, you don't have to worry about who's got the snacks after skiing, who's going to be cleaning up. Like, you're just all immersed in the ski world, the ski program. It was way cooler than doing like a single day heli trip where you're trying to cram everything in one day. You get to know the guides. The guides get to know you when you're skiing. You get to know the other people in your group, the people who aren't in your group. There's people there from Germany, from England, Canada. I mean, you meet people that you would never necessarily meet. So, Eddie, thank you for the 13, or Jay, thank you for the 34. Happy holidays is right. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, I guess next Wednesday is Christmas, so there actually might not be a live stream next Wednesday. Maybe we'll shift it around. The Short and the Cheese is a great clip. Yeah, I mean, I have so many. A lot of the skiing was like a pit, a pitch, and then kind of flat, and then another little pitch. So it's trying to sift through what's like the actual good little 20-second clips. But yeah, that was a fun one. What's up, Jordan? First live stream, newer subscriber. Just want to say I love the videos. Thank you, man. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I would say it's near Kicking Horse and Revelstoke. It's basically directly south of Kicking Horse and directly southeast of Revelstoke. So it's up there in the Purcell Mountains. So yeah, it's in that interior BC area. So we flew into Calgary, took a bus over to the helipad, and then the pad flies you up back into the lodge. CMH Bugaboos. It's the first ever. It's the place where heli skiing was born. Was the Bugaboos? It's their 60th anniversary year. It's the 60th anniversary of heli skiing in general. The Bugaboos was the first lodge ever made, and it was because of the Bugaboos that whole area became a provincial park, a state park, and they basically went up there and was like, we need to preserve this for future use. So then it became a provincial park, and yeah, it's the birthplace of heli skiing. Oh, nice, Shane. It's supposed to come in tomorrow. Well, if it don't come in tomorrow, I will. I'll dig into this with Chuck. And I don't even know that Chuck necessarily knows, but hopefully you're not lost in transit. What's up, Mark? Yeah, on my way back to Park City. I have a really early flight. There was no. The only bummer is that there was no like direct flights from Calgary to Salt Lake. Later in the day. The last one went out at like noon, and I was not even close to making that. So, but CMH, yeah, gave me a hotel room, which was super nice, and so I'm just crashing here. Gonna try to get some of this stuff done, and then yeah, head back tomorrow. So bugaboo is a fun word. It is a fun word. Bugaboo. They have adamants. They have galena, monashes. Yeah, skiing plans. I'll be in Utah for sure. Um, I'll probably be in Utah for the next rest of December into January. So I'd like to ski Deer Valley. Like to get a lot of days in at Deer Valley, to be honest. So other than that, yeah, I have some videos I have to make. So we'll be kind of working in those with skiing, I guess. So I'm sure there'll be some holiday family skiing as well. But my next planned trip, to be honest, is back up to British Columbia in February. So I'll be back up in Golden skiing Kicking Horse and Revy. Yeah, just shoot me a DM with the order number, just in case it doesn't come through. Then I can text Chuck with it. So when I'm old and retired, to be sick to build me a cabin and just ski. Go to town to get food. Well, British Columbia is probably your spot because that place is so remote, and yeah, that's the spot you could do it. So, but yeah, British Columbia is just getting hammered. I mean, it's probably the year of British Columbia for sure, or just Canada in general. Even Alberta look nice. So yeah, I'm excited to go back up there, and I gotta. Hopefully, CMH likes the videos because then maybe we can squeeze in another heli trip this year. But if not, that was. If anything, Joe got absolutely hooked. Joe was out of his mind ecstatic. So it was really cool to be able to share it with Joe. I never really thought that would happen, So he was over the moon that we were able to do that together. In Alta Day, yeah, man. I don't know how much I'm gonna be in Little Cottonwood, to be honest, this year with the whole snowbird thing that went down. So I might stick more to Park City, Deer Valley, but I'm sure I won't be able to resist a Little Cottonwood day on a good storm. You sent me the order number, okay? Yeah, if it doesn't come, just let me know, and I can at least text Chuck again. I don't know if he'll know, but let's see here. Okay, receive. Yeah, you got it, man. Thanks for picking up the goggles. Ron with the 5 gifter. I appreciate that, Ron. Evan, Tyler, Matthew, Sean, and Adam. Thank you, Ron. Ron and Eric with the 5 gifter. Matthew Clinton. So stoked to use these goggles. Hell yeah. Yeah, checked out your order, man. You got quite the order, dude. I like the lenses that you chose. The clear, the cherry blossom, and the ice blue with the white frames. And you use the discount code. Hell yeah. You should dress up as a Santa and ski on Christmas. That would be cool. I did dress up yesterday, though. The last night at CMH was like a holiday, not a holiday. It was like just a costume dinner. So you have to dress up. They give you a list of all of their runs, and you have to dress up as your favorite run. So I dressed up as a run called Groovy's Ass. So that was fun. That was fun. I thought there was going to be like a competition or something, but yeah, it was just people dressing up. Did y'all get POW? It looked like Utah got some snow. Yeah, I haven't really been too in tune with Utah this past week, but I think they got a storm that rolled through. So yeah, it looked like there was a day there that it was really good. I should probably look at the weather, but it looked like Jackson Hole got some. Idaho. What's up, Evan? Hope you had a great trip in my hometown. Hell yeah, Evan. The only diamond here, man. The original. Yeah, dude, drove right through. We even stopped in Banff today, just off the highway, just at the bus depot for a little bathroom break. But yeah, drove right through your neck of the woods. It was dumping snow in Golden, and then as we got further east into Banff, it seemed to settle out. But yeah, at the Calgary airport. And every time I come up here, man, it's just so cool. On the way in, we drove through Kootenai National Park. We couldn't really see much, but yeah, just spending more time up here lately, and it's been really, really nice. Low light blue and yellow one, I think, for low vis days. Yeah, I mean, the cherry blossom will be good for like in between, but if you want a pure low light lens, you want to get the Skyburst one, really. The clear one you could use, but Skyburst is going to be like the go-to. So that's what I use that every day up in BC, and it was great. And honestly, dude, I was surprised that the thing with heli skiing, like one of the things that does make it more challenging is that you're getting in and out of the helicopter a lot during the day. We skied 60,000 vertical feet over the 5 days. So you're going into a helicopter, which is warm, and then you get out, and then you're sitting on top of the mountain. It's windy, it's cold. So your temperature conditions are changing a lot. So it's easy to let your goggles get fogged up. There was people who were struggling with that because if you took them off your head, and then they get warm and then they go outside and they freeze. So that was challenging, just keeping everything working well. And then the amount of times you have to take your skis off, you have to bundle them up, wrap them together, and the snow was fresh and deep, so you were constantly sinking into the snow, and it was exhausting. Chris Noddy with the $5. Happy New Year. Likewise, brother. Hopefully you're enjoying some turns in Mammoth, dude. There was actually 2 people on the trip from, I don't know if they were necessarily from Mammoth, but they had houses in Mammoth, and so we were bonding over our love for Mammoth together. So I appreciate that, man. I got a new place to stay in Mammoth if I make my way out there. So sky blue. If you want the low light lens, Shane, you want sky burst. Sky burst is what it's called. Huh, I don't see it right now. Did he take it? Is ocean green a good lens? Let me see that one. Shane, you can use the code on anything. It doesn't have to just be anything on the website. You can use a code on. So if you want a boot bag or anything like that, yeah, it doesn't matter. The code will just save you money across your whole order. Ocean green. Ocean green would be good. It would definitely be for like sunny conditions, you know. It'd be a high vis lens. But it wouldn't be like super dark. So it would be a good option. Jackson Hole in a couple weeks. Any advice for when we go? Oh, Jackson Hole. I haven't really been to Jackson Hole that much. If you want gnarly terrain, I would go to the sublet chair, the quad over there. Anything underneath the chair, all the Alta chutes are really nice. You can hike the head wall and shoot and ski some of the head wall chutes, a Casper Bowl and stuff. And yeah, sometimes the snow can be a little iffy at Jackson, so, but it's a great mountain. They just got hammered with snow, so it kind of depends what you're looking to ski, but anything on the left side of the mountain, the looker's left, is pretty gnarly. There's some fun trees on the right side. Just be careful of tree wells. Yeah, the code is just Lucas. The code is just Lucas. That should give you what you need. I mean, I wouldn't say there's really a best high vis lens. I mean, if you want the darkest lens, you could go with the blackout one, but that one's like kind of too dark in my opinion. I think the ice blue is a really good one. That's probably my standard go-to for a high vis lens. The passion fruit's another good one, that purple one. But that ocean green and passion fruit are going to be very similar. So ice blue would be like my darkest lens that I would wear at a mountain, really. Passion fruit, ocean green, those are all good choices. Anything other than that is either too dark. I guess you could try the mirror chrome one. That's like pretty dark, but not stupid dark. Poor conditions is better than POW. Not really, Ron. I'm trying to think what we even did last year for Christmas. I think last year I got a gym membership, which was nice. That's something that I like really use. But every year my mom tries to buy us clothes, and I'm like, Mom, we don't need clothes, you know. So we've definitely gotten away from Christmas presents, and we've done more sibling gifts, which has been nice. So I have three sisters, so trying to shop for my sisters has been a fun. Not even really shop. I more or less like I'll take photos throughout the year, and so usually I'll frame a photo for them or something. So when you got your new boots, I never tried on boas. I never tried them on personally. My mom has boas. I put my mom in boas, and she loves them. But I've never tried them on myself. Christmas list. Oh man, I don't know. It'd be nice just to get my gym membership renewed, so I don't have to do that. But other than that, yeah, just the best Christmas present that I've had recently is that my mom and dad have been together with us. So it's the first time really that in 20 years that I've had a full Christmas with my actual mom and my actual dad together. So that's definitely the Christmas wish list, is to just have my whole family together. Because I went through a really, I guess I didn't, but I was my family went through a really really bad divorce. So that's always been something that we've struggled with. So to have my parents together under one roof in a somewhat civil manner is all I really could ask for. Do I have cherry blossom? I believe I have. Yes, I have the cherry blossom. Yeah, I do have a pair of those. You're going to be okay in low light conditions, but um, like Joe uses the cherry blossom in low light conditions. I have the next step for low light. I mean, you definitely can use those if you want like the best low light lens. I would go with the Skyburst, but um, it's gonna be okay for low vis. I mean, ordered goggles, two lenses, and poles. Hell yeah! Let's go, Wesley. I hope you like it, man. Two lenses and poles. Any plans to go to Whistler? I don't have any plans to go to Whistler. I'll be up in Kicking Horse and Revelstoke, though, you know, in probably 6 weeks or so now. So, not really Whistler, but BC if that counts. I think Snow Basin's cool, Willette. Um, I mean, I think there's like long runs. I think the terrain is really rad. It's just hard. It doesn't. I think it definitely puts up a fight against Park City, Deer Valley, and even kind of Solitude and Brighton, but it's tough to compare to Elta Bird. But definitely a must visit mountain if you're in the area. Sometimes Snow Basin gets snow that the other northern Utah mountains do not. So definitely worth visiting. Yeah, you left off Palmau. The seven fishes, yeah. I don't know if we're doing the seven fishes this year, but definitely used to all the time with my grandma. What region of the world do you wish you could ski that you haven't? Oh man, probably Japan, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like BC and like the Rocky Mountains is kind of where my region is. I was talking to people who ski in Europe all the time in the Alps, and they were just like, if you want to ski POW, do not go to Europe. I mean, there's a different culture and a lot of piece on piece skiing, right? But they're just like, we don't ever get POW, and everything is groomed out. So yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool to experience, but for the stuff I like to ski, BC, the Rockies, like Japan would be cool to catch on like a crazy winter. But yeah, for a while, BC was on my bucket list, and I feel like I've been able to experience some good BC stuff lately. So Do the Zips have an OTG frame? I'm not sure I know what OTG stands for, Rasta Slovakian. But OTG goggle frame. Over the glasses goggles. Someone asked us last week when we had Chuck in here. He said if you want an OTG goggle to go with the clicks, he said it's a wider goggle. Chuck himself wears glasses, and he recommends to get that one. What's up, Lewis? What's up, Mark? Goggles look sick in person. Hell yeah, dude. Stoked. You are by far the first person to actually receive the goggles, man. So these lenses are draining my bank account. Yeah, to be honest, dude, I don't think the clear lenses are necessary unless you do night skiing, to be honest. That's really the only time I would use a clear lens. But I mean, you'll be totally fine with that rose lens too. So don't feel like you have to get another low light lens. It's just if you want the best one, that's the best one. Again, look at that VLT number, and that's going to be your way of determining what lens is best for what, That Skyburst is a 55% VLT, so it lets in a ton of light. I have not skied Tau 7. I've never been to Taos. All right, you do night skiing, so there you go. Then you need the lens. Or for terrible days conditions wise, yeah. Both are good options. BC's definitely on my bucket list. Yeah, BC's just super unique. Very, very fun area to ski. Yeah, just try the cherry blossom, Shane. And if you think it's not enough, then maybe get the Skyburst. But try them out first, and then go from there. Do I know if the ocean green lenses are mirrored? Let me see here. Gray lens. I'm pretty sure they are mirrored. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're mirrored. Ice Blue, Amber, and Skyburst, nice. Yeah, you're set on that for sure. Ice Blue, the Amber for the in-between. Yeah, that's a good set right there, man. The Skyburst, dude, it looks like he took them off the regular lenses, which I did not know that. Here's the Skyburst on the HD version. This must have like just happened because I used to have them on the regular lens. Yeah, it's interesting. What's up, Super Ed? What's up, Talon? What's up, Logan? What's up, Geezy? Looking forward to see the trip. Yeah, should be fun. Gonna be 2 different videos. One of the first 2.5 days, and then one of the last 2 days. Probably on the longer side. I'm just gonna say it from now. They're probably gonna be longer videos. You know, there's a lot more to it. Um, Lots of skiing, lots of in between stuff, lots of lodge things. So probably around 30-minute episodes, but I figured that's probably okay. So if we do a good job, maybe we can get invited back for another trip this year. But so yeah. What's up, Talon? What's up, man? Tirade. We love longer videos. Yeah, longer videos actually tend to do better too on YouTube, just because I think you get higher watch time on them. But yeah, I mean, I have the video in front of me, and the first day is already 8 minutes, and then that's like, yeah, I still have 2 full days I need to show. So I don't know, man. It might even be like a 35 or. It just depends how much skiing I want to show. And a little bit like so much of it is similar, right? You ski and then you get in the bird, same stuff, go back up to the top. So we'll see. It's a little bit more overwhelming than I thought. Not that I thought, but I just have a lot of freaking footage to go through. And I have all of Joe's runs recorded, so I'm just like, you know, yeah. Heading up to Whistler. Nice, Super 8. I like long videos. Keeps me entertained for longer. All right. Well, you're gonna have a long video. So I think by the end of it, you're gonna have an hour's worth of a heli trip. So heading up to Whistler, home mountain. What's Tara's Christmas go to? Tara can cook. Tara can cook. We both need a lot of work in that department, but Tara is a great gift giver. She's super thoughtful. She's the type of person where you'll say something and like 6 months ago, and then she'll remember it and then get you that for Christmas. So she's very thoughtful and she loves giving gifts. So I think that's her strength more than anything. Is she just knows how to. I suck at buying gifts for people, and she just knows like little knickknacks and things that people like. So I thought Lucas was calling me out. I know we got two Talons in the chat now. Show all the skiing. How'd you like the new ski setup? It was great, man. I mean, short of lugging two pairs of skis, two ski suits, two pairs of goggles, 4 lenses, and having my bag be way overweight. It was great. I mean, glad I brought the 121s. That ski, I'm telling you, is so fun to use. That ski, the 121 White Walker, is just a dream. But I got a nice little shot on the base. And I don't really say that often because I usually beat the shit out of my skis and I'm like, whatever, it's just a scratch. But I definitely got into the skis a little bit. So, but it's all good. Show us all the skiing. Nah, that would be boring, man. Do I know what my best performing episode was? I think if you go by just like straight view count, I think it might be the one where I skied main chute on Elta opening day like 2 years ago. I think it has like 160,000 views, but I guess I don't know what metric we want to use for best performing, but that's I think my video with the most views. So surprisingly I don't have a ton of I don't really have a ton of high view videos, relatively speaking, I guess. But are there any specific trail you were scared to try? I'm sure there are, man. Like, I don't want to jump. I'm scared to jump into Corbett's. I don't know. Yeah. There's plenty of trails I'm scared to try. I don't know them off the top of my head, but posted each run raw for the next few weeks every day and made it a series. That's a good idea, Levi. I might have to steal that idea. I might have to steal that idea. I'm just trying to think here. Here's the thing with the heli skiing, okay? And this is good for people who want to go heli skiing. A lot of times you ski a pitch, okay? And then you have to traverse and kind of bushwhack your way. And then you ski another pitch, and then you have to kind of traverse, right? And you're in the backcountry. There's no other trail, so then sometimes you have to kind of step your way to get to pickup point, right? A lot of times you're breaking trail to get to where you need to go. So it's not always continuous skiing. So you might ski, 300 feet of a pitch, and then now we have to kind of traverse across and then ski again and all that. So that was especially the case here because of the conditions and the weather. Yeah, we weren't getting like these super long T to B type alpine runs. Who did I grow up with? I mean, I grew up with my mom and my dad and my sisters. We split time. We had a 50-50 custody sort of deal. And then when I got about 16, I started to live with my dad a bit more. I definitely grew apart from my mom, unfortunately. And now that I'm older, I've definitely rekindled my relationship with my mom. But there was a time where I spent more time at my dad's house. And my dad was never there because he was always working. So I was just kind of by myself. Your tail and your 116 delaminated. Interesting. Haven't you used it like once? Yeah, I ran the pivots for one day. They were good. I didn't notice like a huge difference, to be totally honest with you, but I don't have enough time on it either. But yeah, so far so good. It was more or less trying to figure out the bigger ski. Bring us along for all the details of your trips. Pack with me videos, enjoyable watch. Oh, I'm glad you liked that one. I was not sure. I've never really posted a video like that before, so I think this heli skiing stuff will have a lot more of the details and just like, yeah, more of the experience, you know. So there's obviously a lot of skiing, but there's, you know, food in there. There's lodge stuff. There's yoga classes. There's time lapses of the lodge, right? So skiing main shoot still pops up on your feed. Raw T2B videos. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. I think maybe once I get the 2 videos out, and then I can maybe release some of the just raw POV, or I wanted to make a video just raw, you know, heli skiing in general, because the heli's sick. So when the heli comes in, how much noise it makes, the wind, the snow, you know. So making a video that's just kind of like raw moments of the trip, skiing included. It isn't that bad. That's weird, man. I've never had a ski delaminate. Thank you, Cole. I appreciate that, man. Um, I mean, I told myself I was gonna try to get a video out tomorrow, but I can't. I don't think I'll be able to make it unless I totally rush it, and I don't think that's fair to do. I'd rather wait another day and and do the video properly. So, um, that probably one of these videos will take me, I don't know, probably 30 hours. Yeah, it's probably going to take me 25 to 30 editing hours to do start to finish. So that's why, yeah. And I don't know, I'm kind of trying a different format, right? I mean, I think typically I would have done a video a day, but it just, yeah, I think the videos start to cannibalize each other. And so the first one comes out, everyone's excited to watch it. And I think then I lose on the, you know, as the videos go on. And I just think I think I make better videos if I'm not so pressured to make a full episode out of one day. So, but yeah, there's a lot of colorization. I have a lot of cameras in this trip, right? I have Joe's GoPro, I have my GoPro, I have another GoPro, I have my big camera. So just the file management and, yeah, the rendering out of all the footage just takes a long time. My next trip is in February to Golden, British Columbia for Kicking Horse and Revelstoke is my next planned trip. Other than that, I don't have any trips planned. I really used my Armada White Walker 121 on the trip. Great ski, perfect conditions for it. Um, so yeah, 121. There was people a little bit of everything. Some people were on 107s. Most people were on a 117. They have the atomic backland for rent up there, or backland. They have some Ben Chetlers. So a lot of people were on the 117. There were some people on a 123 Blizzard, I think, as well. So yeah, most people were on fatties for sure. If that makes, thank you, Shane. It makes sense, and that was kind of why that was why I liked making I like the whole video process the most, right? So that's why the videos have never necessarily been like just skiing and just me starting off on the slopes. I like the whole thing. So yeah, to me I put the most effort into the whole storyline and stuff, and that's why when someone just says, they comment just about the skiing, it's like, look, man, I get the skiing was not what you expected, but the video was so much. There were so many more layers to what I do than just me skiing, So I totally get that I could ski harder or better lines or hit bigger cliffs, but that's just not what I'm fully about. So, what's up, Hanson? You should come skiing in the Northeast. But should I though? Really? Let's think about this. Should I really? Beaver, Mount Bridger Bowl. Yeah, Beaver would be cool. Bridger Bowl would be cool for sure, man. Those are all would all be super rad to check out some of those mountains. Super impressed with the zipline goggles skied last Saturday. They didn't fog up. Love to hear that, man. They do it. They do a great job on not fogging up. The danger you get into that I found with the zipline goggles is when I take a spill and the snow starts to get underneath them or like into the lens, then it can kind of be tough because then you got to pop the lens out and clean them. And as soon as you start to get that lens off your face, that's when you start to have problems. So really the best thing is keeping them on your face, not moving them up and down, up and down. But I mean, if you take a spill like that and you get them in your goggles, I mean, yeah, you kind of deserve it at that point. So Abe was not on this trip. No, this was a kind of a solo trip. They, I asked, I asked if there was room for a +1 and if I could bring my dad. So they were like, so they hooked me up with another seat, a whole nother deal. So I got to bring my dad on the trip, and he was completely over the moon. I mean, he was very, very appreciative, almost emotional in a sense because it was something. He said he used to look at ski magazines when he was a kid, and he would see, this is before they had ski movies, right, in YouTube. So he would see like bugaboos. He remembers seeing the bugaboos in these magazines and just like thinking, it'd be so sick to ski up there one day. And so for him to actually experience that, 30, 40 years later, 50 years later was pretty cool. So Abe was not on the trip. I've been talking to Abe though. So I think, there's maybe some cool things coming up, but Abe he had to have knee surgery. He's out for the whole season. So, no Abe really this year, but I will do my best to carry out Abe's GoPro perfection. So, I'm flying to British Columbia then, Ron. I need a GoPro. I need a good one, but a cheap one. I mean, dude, I would just see if you can find like any sort of hero. I don't know. Any sort of hero 10 and up would be super solid on Facebook. You might be able to snag a hero 12 on Facebook for cheap. So I mean, hero 11's great. I had my dad on the. Let me see here. Maybe I can show you guys a screen grab of it because I think it's a great setup to use for skiing if you don't want to deal with like. Let's see here. Right, because I use the GoPro Max, and that thing, like, you really got to kind of know what you're doing to get the good image out of it. It takes a lot of work, so I didn't want to have to do that with my dad. Let's see. Why is it so hard to find a screen grab? This will have to do. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you guys. Well, this probably isn't the best example. So that's the setup I had on Joe. It was a Hero 12 with the Max Lens Mod 2.0, which is their newer Max Lens Mod. It gets you almost 180-degree field of view. So I could just put on his helmet. I didn't even really have to point the camera, and it gets, you get the skis, you get your hands, you get the horizon. So it was very easy, and you're not dealing with 360 footage all the time. So that's a great setup to use, is a Hero 12 with a Max Lens Mod 2.0. So it's higher resolution, higher quality than the Max, to be honest. So Jerry Starcer, I couldn't tell any difference between the White Walkers. Like, between the models in years, if that makes sense. Like the 121 I was using this year, I don't feel any difference compared to my older one. It's the same ski. The biggest difference was, I was in a 192, which is a big ski. So what's up, Dakota? Why do I sound like a robot? Because I don't have my regular microphone, so I apologize if the audio is shit. Yeah, GoPro sends me cameras. Yes, sir. I had them. I had them send me. I needed more batteries, right? And I needed a dual. I needed the dual battery charger for my 13. So I reached out to them before my trip, and they sent me. They sent me the dual battery charger and more batteries for my 13, and then they also just threw in another GoPro 13 in there. So I wasn't expecting that. So yeah, they just sent me another camera. Um, so, but I don't typically ask for I don't typically ask for much. I just needed more batteries, and then that happened. So, what's up, Jason? We need more snow. I feel like the East was having a good start. Were they not? Did you guys get rain or something, or did it just warm up? Maybe I'm just looking at a different spot in the East, but Someone talked about F1 up here. Yeah, Perez is out. Man, what a tough gig, dude. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, I'm like, that's your job, and it's tough to blame one person for losing the constructors championship, but it is hard to say, man. It's rare to win the drivers championship and be third in a constructors championship. So, I, I don't know. But that's the way it goes. I'm curious to see who's going to take his seat and how that whole thing's going to happen. But, man, Formula One is cutthroat. Stream is running for the algorithm, but I can't hear or have time to watch or talk. Looking for a 120 ski, have Bents, love them as Armada similar. I think the Armada is very similar. I would just say the problem with the White Walker 121 is that it comes in one length. There is a shit ton of rocker in that ski, and it is incredibly soft. So, yeah, it's a very, very soft ski. If you're not used to that or you don't like that, I don't, even for me, it's too soft sometimes. So, the Bents, I think, might be a little bit more versatile, to be honest. Do you have a good and effective way to quickly go through the good and bad 360 footage? That's a good question. I feel like I'm about to have a bloody nose. You guys know that feeling? Can't tell. To be honest, photographer, a lot of times I render out everything. That way I have all the assets, and sometimes I never know if I need little its and bits, I guess. So I'll open up the footage and I'll basically just render it all out. Then I'll go do something while it's rendering, so. But a lot of it comes down to shooting, like for the most part, I know when I'm recording and I'm not, I'm in a way recording with a purpose a lot. So Shane with the $5, excited for you in the channel. Here, awesome content. Thank you, man. Thanks for the goggle order, dude. Let me know if that thing does not show up tomorrow, and I can text Chuck and see. But yeah, try out those rose lenses first, and if you're not digging them, then let's talk about some Skybursters. But have a good night, man. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Yeah, I'm rendering. I mean, unless I click on the clip and it I know it's just shit, or I didn't mean to record, I won't render it out. But I'll try to show you. I'll show you my file structure real quick here. I guess I'll just do a. There's one. There's another one. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Ron, thank you for the 20. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, a little something for the upcoming Revy trip. A prosperous new year. Ron, thank you so much, man. I hope the shoulder's feeling well. You sent me a photo on an email, didn't you? Yeah. Today was a good day. Or no, wait, that was November 13th. I swear you sent me a photo that I replied to. Hope the shoulder's doing well, man. Okay, so this is the file structure, right? So that is right the date of the event, 2024 December CMH trip. Then I have assets, which is usually like run names and stuff, audio exports, then the footage. And then from there, what happens is that within the footage I have day 1 Friday, day 2 Saturday, day 3 Sunday, and then within that is the different stuff I use. So my big camera, my EOS R6 Mark II, Hero 12 Joe POV, and then I was using a Hero 13 on a 3-way mount, so Hero 13 3-way, and then I was using a handheld one, kind of Hero 13 handheld, and then my max footage, and then my renders. So every time I render out the 360 footage, it goes into the renders, if that makes sense. So this is how you stay organized within each camera. And then this is an example of my 360 footage on day 2. So I had about 20 clips. And so I said 01 sat run 1, 02 sat run 1B. So that way I put the number in front, so when I'm going through the footage, it's in chronological order. If you don't do that, then sometimes I have a hard time remembering what run was first and second and all that. So because my videos are usually in chronological order of how the day happens, it's important for me to put 01 and number them. But because I'm dealing with multiple days, if I do 01 run 1, I'll likely have the next day that's going to have 01 run 1 also, if that makes sense. So I have to put 01 Saturday and then 01 Sunday run 1, or else the files will get mixed up and the program will get confused, if that makes sense. So that's an example of the max renders. If I use a special mount like the pole or the narwhal, I'll put that in there. And then at the bottom are my proxies. So for all my max footage, I make proxy files, which is easier to edit with. And those just get created and put into the same bin as the renders, if that makes sense. So that is done for every day. And the better you can do the organization, the easier it is to edit. But anyways, that's kind of some file management. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Teddy Vaughn? Schweitzer's getting dribs and drabs. It's all adding up. Hey, 3 to 4 inches, every few days ends up making a pretty good season when it's all said and done. So how many gigs? That's a good question, Levi. Let's see. 700 gigabytes was the trip. So honestly, not as bad as I thought, but not everything's rendered out yet, so that's definitely going to go up. What was like the average render? So the average render file is 40 gigabytes, so that's going to be another 120. So you're looking at about 820 gigabytes of footage for the 5 days. So yeah, 820. About. Narwhal footage, yeah. Did some narwhal, did some long pole stuff, did some Hero 13 stuff. I mean, I did it all. Even did some big camera helicopter stuff, So yeah, it's a lot of gigs. A lot of gigger bidders, but it's just part of it. Yeah, Joe's footage came out nice. I guess it's a question of how do I mix Joe's footage in with mine. So, but yeah, that's why being organized is important, or else it'll just. I mean, you can't even edit without some sort of organization, because you're going to be clicking through, each file to try to figure out what it is. Good POW days, hell yeah. 15 inches in the cottonwoods. That's going to be interesting on Christmas, man. Of course, the dumps come on the holidays. I mean, we'll take it, but what goggles do I have? I have zipline goggles, CC Express. There's actually right at the bottom of the stream, right there. The goggles. We just want to Lucas Fall clip the top 10. I did take a gnarly double ejection fall. The other thing with heli skiing is you just don't know the terrain, and like what you think is like just a nice roller that you'd have at like a resort can be like a roller cliff into like a creek hole. So I came over like this knoll thinking it was not really anything, and just kind of dropped off into a whole double ejection front flip. So I got like some whiplash. That was because it was a pretty erratic fall. But yeah, double ejection, lost both my skis. Out the front I went. Joe ended up in a creek. I actually should see if I can find that. When was that? That was yesterday. Joe literally skied himself into a creek. Oh yeah, here it is. Skied off a 4-foot legend of Christmas trees yesterday. Good times. Hey, as long as you're all right, man. I got some photos like this. I got to clean it up a little bit and stuff. I wanted to try to remove everyone so it was just me in the helicopter, but one, it's hard to Photoshop out people behind me like that. And two, it's definitely not realistic because I'm not out there by myself, but I'm staying at the what is this one called? The Marriott. I'm at the Marriott, not the Fairmount. The Marriott Hotel. But yeah, it's right here at the airport. There's a restaurant downstairs. I'm gonna probably get some dinner here in a little bit, and then try to edit the shit out of this video. Just got the atomic bent 90. Nice, man. Joe had a new suit he was rocking also. He had an orange Armada suit. A new PFP if you want it. Yeah, it's a sweet one for sure. I did pretty well with it, I'm not gonna lie. I did a 60 photo burst in 6 seconds with a 3-second timer. Because a lot of times you hear the helicopter, you can hear it start to spool up, but it takes a little bit of time for him to actually lift, and then once he does get lift, he like goes pretty quick. So I thought a shorter duration I would have missed it. And so 60 and 6 was still 10 photos a second. So I was like, I think there's a pretty good chance I'll get it. And yeah, I think it kind of worked out. I like that I got the blade in the frame too. But I obviously have a whole sequence of photos. Did a race camp Saturday. An actual race. Pretty spectacular wrecks. Oh no. Uncoachable, I'm told. Oh no. Well, hopefully you're all good, Ron. I think you are, or else we would hear otherwise. But hey, man, a race camp is still a race. All right. Should I buy a Montec or a 3-layer Gore-Tex shell? I mean, it really comes down to your budget, in my opinion. A 3-layer Gore-Tex is going to be better quality than Montec. But unless you live in an area where you need that, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Is it necessary? Then get it. But you're talking two, majorly different price points. But again, if budget isn't an option, you want kind of the best material. 3-layer Gore-Tex shell is kind of what you want. Yeah, that photo was shot on a GoPro. That was all shot on a GoPro. Yep, 60-second and 60-second timer. 60 photos in 6 seconds is what I'm getting at. That is the best advert ever. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked with how it came out. The trick is you got to be on the end of the line. You don't want to be in the middle of the group trying to get the photo. You got to be on one of the ends. Hell, maybe I'll post that to Instagram right meow. I'm gonna edit her up a little bit. We gotta bring the helicopter to life a little bit more, eh? Make a little love. PC condo for the meetup. No shit, Jason. Where's it at? The meetup's about to be sick this year. Meetup is gonna be unreal. Going to Breck. Nice, Danny. I like skiing, says Craig. Screen share on the edit. Let me see here. How can I do this? Add Mac OS screen capture. Oh, wow. Silver King Drive. Oh, cool. Okay, I think we're in. Steven's passed right now for some night skiing. Nice. Revy and Sun Peaks. Nice, Josh. I bet Revy was sick. Does the Montec get super wet? I mean, the Montec has good waterproofing. I would think you'd be fine in Breck with layers for sure. And if you get it insulated, you don't even need that many layers. But I was always impressed with the Montec's waterproofing. And I had used Montec for a long time in a lot of different conditions and never really had a problem with getting super soaked, you know? So... Cool beans. So yeah, I'm just isolating the chopper here a little bit. You never want to go overboard, but so now I can just edit the helicopter, right? Maybe add some clarity to the chopper. sharpen this. And then let's add a little graduated filter. Something like that. Let's add one back here. It looks like a lot of the sun was coming in on me and on the bottom of the chopper, so it kind of makes sense to darken the back side of it a little bit. So we'll just ever so slightly do that. And then we have before, after, before, after, before. That's straight out of the GoPro. After. So you can see the sequence of the photos. All right, chopper's lifting off. And then it starts to fly out of the frame. Now I forgot which one I was going to actually use. I think it was this one. Mark it. Are the conditions cooked? Conditions are not cooked at Snowbird. Big sky trip. Damn, few hundred feet from the hill. Nice, Levi. Amazing trip. Stoked to share some Powder Pig hot laps with you. Hell yeah. Michael was on the trip with us. That's sick. Now he's in the live stream. The trip was epic, dude. It was the best ski trip that I've ever been on. I do slightly wish we were able to ski a little bit more terrain, and I felt like some of the terrain was mellow at times, but I would rather fly and ski every day than not be able to ski at all. So I'm gonna chalk it up as a win. I'm already figuring out how I can go back, dude. I had that much fun. I'm like, man, I really don't. Yeah, going to go ski a resort, sitting on the lift, powder panic for one run, like, oofta. Take the W for sure, yeah. The best part, in my opinion, was just the whole lodge experience. That was super rad. That was super rad. Eating every meal together, right? Seeing each other in the hot tub, like, the camaraderie of it was really cool. So can always be better. But for early December, I mean, that, yeah, I don't think it really gets much better than that. Short of us having a bluebird day, I don't think it can get much better than that. Coming to LCC right after Christmas. Hope to run into you and Papa Joe. Good chance you'll see us, man. Smiffer City. You made being able to ski in Montag actually cool, not just for Jerry's. Kind of disappointed that you have forsaken how to be trail, but a disappointment nonetheless. Just saying. Well, I can't win them all, man. I mean, a lot of people were mad I was using it. People get mad I don't use it. So I mean, I used it for a while. I made 2 full videos just talking about it. I mean, I am a big advocator of Montec gear, or advocate, so getting his hot tub riz on. I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, we definitely scored, man. And sharing it all with Joe. Absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna post this on Instagram, because why not? Desktop, sharpen for screen. I could Photoshop Joe's little helmet out here, but I literally didn't see a single view the whole time I was there, so. Finally getting snow. Nice, Craig. Just got the atomic bent 90s. Should we do the garage gang? Here we go, the turn. All right. Screen capture, be gone. Yeah, Joe's suit's red. It's this orange. It's an orange suit, but it's not like. It's a good orange. All right? It's a good orange. Here we go, guys. The garage gang photo. Mary Chrysler, says Dakota. Here we go. Even in another country, we're still doing the garage gang photo, okay? Even from a hotel, we have the garage gang. Did Snowbird come through? No, they got back to me. They just decided to go a different direction with their athlete team. So no Snowbird pass for me this year. Yo, Lucas, 2 questions. Opinion on 787 brand and GoPro Insta360. I think 787 is good. I've never really used their stuff, but I think it's a pretty reputable brand. And I would go with Insta360 if you're looking for a 360 camera. I think it's more about knowing how to use the cameras than one necessarily being better than the other, if that makes sense. So I think both are great cameras. I think both produce exceptional results, but if you don't know how to use them, then it kind of doesn't matter which one you pick. New section is not opened yet, Geezy. Oh. I think it's time for me to go get some dinner downstairs. And that's about it. Next week is Christmas, so I'll gotta decide. Either I'll do a stream on maybe I'll do a stream Thursday, the day after Christmas, maybe before. I don't know. I mean, it's Christmas, so we'll see. But heli skiing was insane. I'm stoked to share the actual visuals with you guys soon. So I'll be back in Utah tomorrow. Levi, I'll see you, man. Good night. Merry Christmas. Geezy, Skiholic, Jason, Eric Gulseth. Chris of the Naughty. I love you guys. See you later.